Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Starcraft. Protoss.
Yeah. The Protoss have death versioning. So anyways, we probably made that joke, but anyways, so I honestly mostly forget what we're doing, but we have Zera tools, so that's cool.
We are supposed to assassinate the Zerg hive mind controller people, the Cerebrits.
Ah, right.
Because we are trying to assassinate the Cerebrits so that we can get a clear shot at the Overlord, who's the main bad guy.
Yeah.
I'm totally not a good guy.
Yeah, I'd be a little surprised if he was. I mean, you know.
The first time I played this map, I had no idea that was when I was here. It became quite an interesting fight for survival with the troops that I had. Now that I know that you can actually build a base, this is going to be a lot easier.
Yeah, I can imagine so. Jeez, trying to do this entire mission without a base. That's
But like I found
intense.
a place like up here or somewhere to build a base.
Wow.
But I did like get to like defend my base continuously while people are trying to kill it.
Right. And you still went quite a ways even just to get there, so I can at least say that's impressive.
Yep. I mean again, to make it very clear, it gives you a bunch of troops.
Right, it
And
gives you... Right, but it doesn't just give you minerals right there as it usually does.
Yep, and it starts with here. You can go in like any direction. Move on. You
Oh, well.
Scrubs. I'm the task manager. I'm gonna make you build faster.
Is that what he does?
Yes, he hits people and it makes them build faster.
Is that what the Windows Task Manager does?
Yes.
Yeah. Man, that'd be pretty intense.
Not as intense as this awesome numbers game.
Yep. It is. That is pretty great seeing both of the numbers climbing like that. But
It's
yeah,
an amazing thing ever.
it's pretty amazing. But yeah, I guess this does. I guess I forgot the buildings in this game took a bit. Probably because, well, normally we have other things to do aside from just build buildings.
And you,
But there we go. Now that it's built, we should have more things to... Oh no, the Zerg Inquisition, they're gonna die.
it's already dead. I just don't know it.
Yep.
They can't even see my guys because they're invisible. They're invincible.
There's the invincible Protoss. To be fair, it wouldn't surprise me that much if the Protoss actually were invincible, but obviously that'd be a little misbalanced to the game.
Food is always winning. It's totally balanced.
Yep. It's just the way of the world.
Food should just win by default.
That would make Starcraft really a really interesting game world. Just the Protoss show up and like instantly win. They're like, you know, there's like a huge. I can imagine the Protoss like aren't relevant for like the entire game, and then the humans and Zergs have like a big end game battle, and then the Protoss just show up and it's like Protoss victory.
Win by default. Okay, he got trapped inside the other guys.
It seems to be a thing that happens in this game.
When you're a
like
giant
this.
full walking thingy like this, you get easily trapped by things.
Yeah. I would assume normally you could have a little extra like climbing over things with that, but I guess to be fair you can't like climb over your own team members, and I guess they haven't really shown that they can climb up cliffs. Actually, it'd be cool if they could. They're probably a bit OP though.
Surf is too powerful.
Its power level is too high. Can't stand it.
Yep.
But
So Empire's gonna be a giant army like I did in that one mission.
right. Sounds like a plan. I'm never opposed to giant armies. Unless they're giant armies that are like held by the Zergs, in which case, I'm thoroughly opposed. Damn it.
You're such a hater.
The Zergs probably started it though.
Hating?
Yeah.
Don't hate me, bro.
Isn't that like all the Zergs do? They're like, oh damn, I hate these guys. I'm gonna like eat them and stuff.
The Zergs are extreme feminists?
Yes, the Zergs are extreme feminists.
Explained.
That explains everything. That actually would be pretty horrifying. But I guess extreme feminists already are extremely horrifying, huh?
Huh. I almost laughed.
You didn't?
No, I didn't.
Oh. Well, you know.
You had to ask, though. You had to ruin it by asking.
Well, you had to ruin it by being that guy.
That guy
Being that guy
speeding.
who hugs mooses.
Wait, they deserve love too. Just because
Mooses.
they have mooses doesn't mean they aren't people.
Mooses are terrible people. I don't deserve any love. I bet they go around and like, I don't know, push over old ladies and stuff. In their spare time. For the laughs.
That'd be rather interesting. Are we now in Planet of the Apes territory here?
I'm not sure. See, like, why didn't someone make that?
Planet of the Mooses.
Yeah, Planet of the Mooses. I think that'd be a pretty hilarious movie. I'd go watch it.
What if it was done by Michael Bay?
Oh, then probably not. I don't think Michael Bay has the self-awareness to make a movie called Planet of the Mooses, though.
He would make it serious.
Well,
It'd make it even more epic, though.
That's true. It would be... Jeez. It would basically be like it was made by Johnny Wiseau. Johnny Bay. Johnny Wiseau Bay.
Yes, Johnny Wiseau and Michael Bay have a child. I don't know, they adopt him or something.
Yeah. So
Actually, Michael Bay can have children. What a twist. Wait, that was that other guy. Whatever.
Yeah.
That guy is also not part of this.
Yeah. What's really like M. Night Shyamalan? Have I ever told you that I feel bad for M. Night Shyamalan's kids because the guy's surprisingly married and has kids?
His
And I'm
kids,
like, I feel
oh my
bad
God.
for those kids, huh?
I assume at least someone has made stupid jokes to his kids before.
Exactly. That's why I was saying I feel bad for them. I don't actually feel bad that they're, his kids in the insulting way. I feel bad because they're probably like, always made fun of. That, like, I imagine all my friends are like, your dad's the guy who ruined Avatar.
Your dad is just the guy. You don't even need to say anything else. He's that guy.
He's that guy. He's
Well,
that...
I'm pretty sure it would still probably be worse to be the kids of... Like, I don't know if he has kids, probably not, but... Imagine if you were the kids of that German guy.
Oh, that guy.
I think it'd still be worse to be that guy's kids.
Yeah.
Because, at least... Well, that... What was it? M. Night Shyamalan probably gets paid well.
Yeah, he probably does. Actually, yeah, and also... I mean, maybe I'm not actually sure if he is, but from what I have heard, I think it sounds like Uwe is kind of a jerk. Like, I'm not sure.
Of course, he's German.
Yep,
It's a given that he's a jerk.
Those German guys.
Jerks.
Indeed. It's proven. 10 out of 10.
It's law. We have to be jerks because we are the better humans. I also like how we have said nothing in relation to Starcraft already.
Yeah,
We should just stop making game-related stuff and make movie-related stuff. We probably would know just as much about those movies as the average guy doing movie-related stuff, so it works.
Probably so. Yeah.
Okay, actually no, that's unfair. Let's say we would know about as much about movies as the average, like, a public media that does a video game thing. He knows about video games.
That's a fair point. Yeah, maybe not the average, like. Maybe not the average, like, certainly not the average online reviewer of movies, but yeah, I mean, probably the average media for games or movies, like, you know, the stereotypical reviewers.
Unless you're bringing up because there was a BBC thing that was a bit ago. BBC is a Canadian, well, I think it's actually technically British, but I know it as a Canadian news channel, and there's also an American BBC.
No. Oh, there is an American BBC, but there's not a, it's specifically called BBC American. It's not, I don't think it has any of the news stuff. It's just, has shows that are British, like Doctor Who and stuff.
Well, okay, it was, I just know, I don't know, I just heard about it, but there was a news thingy. They did a news, they did like a really short news thingy, like maybe like 5 minutes or whatever, on Twitch, and there's so many people like watching the Twitch streams. It's like in the opening question or statement was like, oh yeah, why would people spend the whole night watching teenagers click away at video games?
Wow.
That was the opening statement. It was a beautiful video.
Oh god.
Which is funny because they tried to they went like super biased, but it was obvious that they couldn't give them like real credit. So they like brought up also like, oh, they called it a they called something like, oh yeah, semi-professional sports. And they brought up how like the prize money in these semi-professional sports were pretty much higher than like most or maybe all of the like golf competitions, for example, that are in the world. Which is like, why do you still bother calling it semi-professional sport if the prize money is higher than in like other professional sports?
Right, exactly. I mean, who gives a shit about golf?
I'm sure the people who play golf.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not actually trying to hate on golf. It's just one of those it's one of those sports that I personally have never gotten. Because I'm like, okay, you hit balls with a stick.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can say that about every sport.
That's true.
But yeah, my point was just that they obviously didn't know very much, and they still probably got paid to make that article. I'm like, it could have paid some random motherfucker to do it from the street, and he probably would have known more.
Yeah, probably so. That does suck, but I mean, you know, it's certainly not worse than Fox News.
Right, but that's not fair, because I don't want to take Fox News seriously. I'm pretty sure even the crazy people don't take Fox News seriously.
That's definitely, I definitely hope no one takes Fox News seriously, but I think at this point Fox News is basically the Johnny Wiseau of news shows.
Yes, and I feel like we have to tie this into Starcraft now, because otherwise we have not said anything about Starcraft. So, Starcraft Fox News, it's a protest Fox News.
So basically Starcraft 2 is the Protos Fox News of Starcraft.
I don't know if that's actually fair to Starcraft 2. I don't know if it's that bad.
Is it not that bad? At least the Zerg section is that bad.
Well, yeah. I gave up on it really quickly. So yes.
Yeah, like, it's one of those weird things where, like, I keep insulting StarCraft 2, and, like, I'd still say it's not, like, it's certainly not StarCraft 1, but it's not really bad until they add in the expansion, and then it's terrible.
Story-wise, campaign-wise, yeah, it gets pretty bad.
Yeah.
Pretty quickly.
Because they focus on the worst bit of the story, obviously, the, you know.
I love Reyna.
Yeah.
I want Reyna to suck my dick. Wait, I'm a woman. And then the story just gets confused.
Yeah. The story gets pretty sexually confused pretty fast. Which is always unfortunate. I hate it when my space operas get sexually confused.
What?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think you know what you're talking about. I don't think MySpace publishes fanfiction.
You don't?
But I've never been on MySpace, but I'm pretty sure MySpace is like Facebook.
Well, yeah, it is.
I don't think you publish fanfiction on Facebook.
Now I'm confused. How did we get to MySpace publishing fanfiction?
Isn't that what you said?
No.
What did you say?
I said that I hate it when MySpace operas get sexually confused.
I still don't know what that first word is because I still hear MySpace.
The first word is just mine, then so they're separate words, and then I was saying space operas. You know, I don't know if you've heard the term before.
I have not.
I don't think that really fits to Starcraft actually calling it a space opera, but you know, it's basically dramatic stories told in space.
I see. I'm slowly getting the image here. Okay. Wait, that was really confusing. See, that's what happens. No one, like, people can hate our videos. I don't know if anyone does. We don't normally get people who hate our stuff. But if anyone says we suck, you're free to say that, but you can't say we script our stuff. Because it's obvious that we don't script our stuff. We get so confused by ourselves.
We do.
I had no idea what was going on there.
I didn't know that I certainly didn't expect to confuse you there, but, you know, I guess I've proven that I can confuse the pair. I clearly am the best at accomplishing things.
That's really accomplishing, yes.
Yeah. I bet you wish that you could confuse the pair.
Maybe. Oh my god, you did that attack. See, that attack that like slowly drains HP on my guys. Like,
oh, okay.
actually,
That's
not
why
very slowly, actually.
Yeah.
It drains like 2 HP a second, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, so they're probably gonna die.
Wait, it doesn't kill them, it only puts them down to 1 HP, which means that against Protoss it's the least efficient, because you can't get rid of their shit.
Right.
Against Zergs, it's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. That is actually kind of interesting, but I guess, you know, once again, Protoss are kind of built against Zergs, so, you know. Obviously, the game has balance, but, you know, a lot of things like this really feel like, you know, Protoss being specifically, you know, form punching Zergs in the face. Like, hey, we have energy shields. Oh no, we got poison. Oh, I don't really care.
But I guess it balances out because of the fact that, yes, the Protoss don't die from it nearly as much because they have energy shields. But in balance to it, the Protoss have their units are the most expensive.
Right.
So the impact of it in general is still way more like money is lost in a way. Because the units are still like super fragile now.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. They are super fragile, which definitely would, you know, involve in a multiplayer setting or micromanaging stuff.
And AIDS.
And AIDS, yeah. I think I'm pretty sure you'd get in trouble winning a professional game that way though if you gave your opponent AIDS beforehand.
God, that is terrible. You know, like, would that be a scandal? Is that against it? Like, no, I'm curious. Like, even like in normal professional sport, is it against the law for two people who are supposed to play against each other to have a sexual relationship just before the match?
I don't think so. Like, as long as they don't do it.
I don't know, because normally you don't want them to have like any kind of relationship because then the thing could be like gimped, right? Right.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. It's the kind of thing that you generally, like, people don't want that, but I don't know. I've never seen any reason that it would be, like, illegal. Like, you know, they, well, like, the, latest, jeez. But, like, the, you know, the, World Cup, obviously I'm sleeping together, but they were the guys, the American, like, you know, team guy and the German team guy, the, you know, coaches or whatever were
Lady
I'm really
does
bad
it.
at this. Yeah, exactly.
You're really good at this whole talking.
I am
Why
really
the
good
fuck
at
are you a
this.
Let's Player?
Why the fuck are you a German?
Because because I like being one of the better human beings.
I think you mean one of the meaner human beings.
Wait, being mean and better is the same thing. Haven't you listened to the Dark Force at all?
I I haven't actually. No, I every time I hear Darth Vader speak, I just feel like exactly.
Look what I can do with my face.
Wait, is that what Darth Vader says?
No, I mean that's what you say whenever Darth Vader talks. You just
Oh.
get distracted.
Yeah.
I'm sure Darth Vader can do amazing things with his face.
Probably can.
That
Yeah.
guy just sucks compared to these guys. Like he's pretty good against Zealots, but not very good against these.
Right. Because, well, yeah, have range and lots of shooting. So, yeah, there's not much a big guy like that can really do against an army of,
So yeah, that orange cloud, I kind of didn't explain it when it was happening because we were talking about stuff. It actually makes... It's actually one of the most interesting attacks, since that it doesn't exist in Starcraft 2. But, no range attacks can do damage in that area at all.
That
So
is
so any unit
interesting.
inside it is immune to range attacks. Which
Yeah.
is like really powerful, but an interesting utility.
Right, it is an interesting utility, and of course has, like, you know... Well, it's one of those specific utility things where, of course, you want to have your, you want to be set up for that.
Yep.
As in, you don't want to build a bunch of the needle shooters and then set off the orange smoke.
Yeah, I don't know if it works both ways. I'm pretty sure it does so.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I assume with such a complete nullification, jeez, they have a lot of ultralisks.
They do. And I almost fucking built my base badly. Because there's not much space here.
Oh. That's unfortunate. Yeah. I hadn't really been paying too much attention, but I guess it is a little crowded.
Anyway, it's mostly at these Dragoons stuff stuck.
That's a bit problematic. God damn it, Dragoons.
Learn to
Why
walk
can't
better.
you... Yeah, why can't you jump over the buildings?
I wish my Dragoons were Spider-Man.
Spider Dragoon does whatever a Spider Dragoon does.
Mostly that's being very useless.
Be very useless.
So these are Spider Dragoons, they're not very good at it.
Oh, yeah. Yes, they aren't very good at life.
They'll destroy my pylon.
I require less pylons.
Yes. Construct less pylons.
That would be an interesting thing. I require the deeds construction of pylons. Yeah. Oh well. So we lost a pylon.
That's okay. We have enough.
Yeah, we still have a good bit.
Unpowered. Oh fuck. That thing needs an additional pylon, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I forgot. So the pylons seem to work interesting. So you need to have pylons next to stuff. I think we already discussed that. Yeah, which is cool. I think aren't the Terrans the only ones who don't have a mechanic like that?
Yes,
Does
the
the-
Terrans are unique in that sense.
Yeah.
And yet, the Zerg and the Protoss, the way that they work is very different in that sense. Because the Zerg land slowly, like, grows and shrinks and whatnot.
Right.
Also,
right.
the enemy can't build on Zerg land. Only Zergs can build on Zerg land.
Yeah.
But Protoss is instantly, and Terrans can still build inside the pylon range.
Right. Yeah. Makes sense. That's interesting. Also, Zergland sounds like terrible amusement park.
It's definitely better than Star Wars Disney. I don't know. Actually the Star Wars rides the Star Wars rides in Disneyland are pretty good, from what I remember. So I can't insult them.
Yeah, I actually.
But I'm sure the Star Wars movie is gonna suck. I have no vehicle. I don't know anything about movies, so I'm just doing a wide guess. But my wide guess, it's gonna suck.
That's pretty reasonable. I don't have a lot of confidence in it. I actually have heard like nothing about it. But
I know that the guy with the
just...
new Star Trek movies is making it.
Oh, god damn it.
I didn't even dislike him, but I just don't think it's gonna. I don't see why he should be making that movie. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Like, are you telling me there's only one guy in all of the world that makes science fiction movies?
It is pretty silly, and they definitely could. I'm sure they could get someone better. Like,
and I mean, they already like wiped all of the fucking like canon from Star Wars away.
Right.
So just to make these movies. So I mean, that's not really very inspiring.
No, it's not. It's yeah.
Like,
I mean,
mostly what I'm just imagining is they're gonna make a movie that doesn't at all feel like Star Wars.
Probably so. Which I mean, I've never.
Or they make it too much feel like Star Wars, because in all honesty, I know people like Star Wars, but Star Wars hasn't really aged that well.
Right.
Like, the movies are good, the original movies, but Star Wars is extremely fucking cheesy. And I think these days cheesy just doesn't have the same appeal it had back in the day.
Yeah, like...
And I mean, I just want to add to that, because I mean, that's why people... Star Wars was already kind of like getting less popular, and then the guy wrote the Twan books. And then it got really popular again because of the Twan books. And then the guy made the new movies. But the thing is, the Twan books were a way more serious take on the idea of the Star Wars universe. That's why it got popular again, because of the serious take.
Yeah.
And then the new movies were more in the vein of being really cheesy, which is exactly the opposite of what it should have been.
Right. I see what you're saying, and like I enjoy cheesy, but like I see what you're saying. Like something like Star Wars these days, especially cheesy isn't really. Yeah, it doesn't always work out the best these days, and usually cheesy is fun these days in the the comedic sense. It's always fun to have some,
Like, the thing is, I guess the problem with cheesy, I don't even hate cheesy, but when you're gonna go cheesy, you have to go to like Boys to the War cheesy in the level of Avatar, not the last Airbender, the other Avatar.
Yeah.
Actually, I like that movie, but the thing is, you don't want to build a franchise around that, and most likely you don't want to make a franchise and a movie like that.
Right.
Like, I like the Avatar movie, but if that had been like Star Wars or whatever, I wouldn't have liked it, because you can't build a franchise around being stupid.
Right. I I have to agree. Like, there's some things I definitely like that I have to be like, I'm like, well, okay, it probably wouldn't be franchisable.
Because I mean, at this point, honestly, the best Star Wars setting is really the Old Republic setting, but that's because it was a lot more that one was still even the first game, it was more heroic and whatnot, but I mean, it was still, it took itself a lot more serious than the movies or whatever did.
Right.
So I don't know why he does this. I think it's just weird AI.
Yeah, I think it is too,
because of the fact that he's putting them on my guys. Which I think is because he's by Zerglings, but the Zerglings never get there because they're already dead.
Because they're already dead. That's kind of what I was thinking. It was probably some weird AI idea like that.
Unless I have forgotten how the unit works currently. But I'm pretty sure it's Sparrows. I'm pretty sure it's the area from that you. I think he can shoot from there. But yeah, you see, he's invulnerable currently.
Yeah.
So yeah, just weird logic.
Yeah. But it does seem like a really useful thing, like you mentioned, utility for a lot of things, though it does seem like, if I was seeing it right, looks like you have to sacrifice, a unit, it runs in and explodes and creates the mist.
No. It's actually Spellcaster.
Oh, okay.
It's just a Spellcaster has to die when he does it, because the Spellcaster actually has to be low HP.
Ah,
But he's the same guy who does the blood spell, the one that drains the HP.
right.
But yeah, he's low HP, but he can obviously duck underground.
Right.
So the Zerg have two spellcasters. They have that guy and they have the queen.
Yeah,
The queen is the one with the slow and whatnot.
Right, she has the slow and the tracking and stuff.
Yes.
Anyways, I say... Yeah, I'd say we're kind of 8 these Zergs. Very good. If these Zergs...
Like with other guys, where once you take down one base, hopefully it becomes like easier every other base.
Yeah, I assume so. Either way, I think we're making pretty short work of them, so that's always good. Like, you know, at least for OTS standards.
No. I mean, the good thing is I also have another group of fucking these guys.
Yeah.
And I didn't even lose that much. I only lost about half the group.
Right.
Because I got a whole new group. I have more than I had before.
Yeah, that is pretty great. You have a whole new group, and, well, we took down a base, so mission certainly accomplished so far.
Have I ever told you about this really random game that I want to play at one point? I think I have. We should do a thing on it at one point. I know it doesn't explain anything. That is a Lego game. There was a Lego game that was like a puzzle-ish game where you have to like do like I don't know why I'm bringing it up. I just it sometimes comes back to mind because I know I played as a kid, but not since because it's really obscure. Like no one knows that it exists. I think that you can't buy it like anywhere. But it's this Lego game that it's kind of like a puzzle game. Like you have these agents and they have to like finish a mission. But but you can't give them direct orders. You just like run in a straight line. But you can like put things on the floor and like based on different panels, it makes them do different things. Like turn to the left or they jump forward or stuff. Like
Interesting.
that. My point is, I want to play that someday.
Okay.
Find a copy of that. I don't know
Sure.
why this came to head now.
I don't know,
Something
but you
triggered
actually never did tell me about it, so I'd be
Because
fine
I know
with
it had
that.
a really epic intro video. That's mostly what I remember.
You want to see the epic intro video again?
Because
Honestly,
I thought
the
I linked you that
concept,
before that intro.
legit.
That
But
intro is like the only thing that you can find on that game these days.
because it's awesome. But yeah, that's unfortunate. Because yeah, I certainly haven't heard of that one though. I haven't.
That was
heard
like
of...
before Lego Star Wars. That was when Lego was actually doing its own stuff more, I think.
Right. Well, I mean, I kind of figured that was, yeah, all the way back then. Because, I mean, I did own some, or also probably some obscure Lego games. Like, I remember there was this one, like, Lego game for the computer that I had. Either I had it or my friend had it. It was so long ago. I think my friend had it. And I always, like, played as, like, this, Lego Pizza Man guy.
I do know that one.
Okay.
That one too.
I
I don't know why I know I was in Lego games.
I don't know either.
I mean, already my family used to have like 2 crates full of fucking Lego stuff.
Wow.
So my family, I think, always had an affinity for Lego.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Zatu is just dumping out. Look at him go! Dance mother. He doesn't like me very much, does he?
He's like, oh man, you drawing attention to me? I gotta get out of here. No one must see the dance of the Zeratul.
He's shy. He's actually flutter shy.
God damn it, the yellow one.
Yes. He's indeed the yellow one.
Yeah. Oh, you know. Oh well. I guess he's a pretty cool version though. Well, maybe she actually turned out to be cool after all.
The yellow one when the yellow one is an assassin.
Makes sense.
We're more people. We're more people. We're more people.
Jeez. Well, you're getting pretty hyped, but to be fair, I think we're slaughtering the episode pretty hard, so that's
Yeah,
fine.
this mission is surprisingly easy once you do it the way that it probably was not meant to be.
Yeah. Makes sense.
See, there's those things I need to cut.
Which things?
That thing.
Oh, okay, right. Those are the Cerebits. Makes sense. Alright, so you can kill the Cerebit and be done with it.
Oh, there's more of them.
Of
This way.
course.
They are at the totals, I mean, though, so it's not difficult.
Right. It'll be very quick. I was actually kind of wondering on that. But, yeah. So, anyone ever had step on the Legos?
Yes,
Pretty painful. Yeah.
Legos are probably assassin toys.
Probably so. the only not so household item, but still like somewhat common item that I've heard is worse is 1d4s.
D4. Why would D4s be that bad?
Because because a dice that's built nice and well not round is have you seen D4s? Because basically D4s
D4,
are
okay. I was thinking D6.
Oh no, D6 is standard dice, but yeah, D4
yeah.
basically pyramid. So yeah, you step on that, and they're just like you step on a little spike.
Ow.
Yeah.
That does sound pretty painful.
Yeah, that's why I thought. I've never stepped on those things. I mean, I don't know. I've never. Yeah, I've never.
It's a rite of passage for any good D&D player.
Well, I've stepped. I could say I've stepped on Legos, but I actually, I don't know. Maybe it's something that D&D players normally experience, but I don't know. I've never really had an issue with dropping my. Well, I sometimes drop my dice, but I never had an issue with losing my dice.
You don't need dice in the shower.
That'd be kind of a weird thing. Like it sounds like someone who's asking for something, dropping your dice and being like, "Oops, Oni-chan, I dropped my dice."
God damn it! I don't wanna know anymore. He's gonna die. Die to you, nigga.
Why is there a tool? Why are you not invincible?
Yeah, that good portals are invincible. You've already established this.
Exactly.
Okay.
Anyways, I don't know why you never want to hear more stories about the Oni-chans.
Because no one wants to hear more stories about Oni-chan.
Oh.
Oni-chan is a dude.
He probably is. I'm considering that in the thing where we kind of normally reference nice. And the thing we kind of normally reference, to be fair, Dan is the Oni-chan, so whatever. I guess he is kind of douche.
See? It all makes sense. 40 minutes, that wasn't so bad.
Yeah. Victory for the Protoss.
Eye of the Storm. Protoss command ship going so a low orbit over the planet Aya.
Assimilate us into itself. And I say to thee, this shall not come to pass. Fire shall not fall. Executor, I stand ready. As do I.
Well, I guess all I have left is to see this through. Zerg have taken everything from me. My home, my family, my friends. I know that nothing I do can bring those things back. But I'll be damned if I just sit on my hands and wait for the end. I want a piece of them, all right.
Then let our actions speak for us. For Adun. For Ire.
For Equestria!
Yeah!
See? And that's why I hate Starcraft 2 so much. They ruined this! You know, it's like the most cheesy. I can't even call it cheesy because it's just epic. You just find it like that Rainer's speech is almost touching. And
Right.
then they're like, oh, but the guy was a good guy after all. That ruins everything!
That does ruin everything. That's pretty dumb. And also, yeah, I mean, it's pretty clear the guy we're fighting is a bad guy, and
Tassadar, this comes too late to you, but the Conclave has witnessed your defeat of the Cerebrate. They know now that they cannot deny the necessity or the valuancy of your actions. We sought to punish you, while it was we who were in error. You represent what is greatest in us all, and all our hopes go with you. Entaro Adun, brave sons of Io.
See, like, you these guys come back around.
Does that mean they're gonna send some
Uh.
for us?
which is pretty cool. And I like how, like, it even feels like, well, different people have their different reasons to define Zerg. Because they do, like, you know, like Rainer, obviously, like, you know, doesn't really have the intentions of the Protoss to just mean kill Zerg because they're bad. He wants revenge, because he's
Yes.
like, well...
They took everything and we're gonna fuck them up. And look at it! I get to play Terrans again! I've missed these guys so much.
Like, yeah, nice. You know, to play Terrans and the Protoss, so that's pretty cool. And
We
also,
will
as you
show them
mentioned...
Zergs that we can outdance them any day.
Oh, yeah.
Oops.
Oops. And as you mentioned, before, but no one's noticing that thing that's supposed to.
I was trying to close it, but it just, I can't. Glitches
Yeah,
out if
but,
I click on it at all. The
Well,
game is
since-
really weird in the sense that it does not let you click outside of its screen. Which is because it's not supposed to be in a window, but whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, we also have some cool, like, ships.
You have the Hyperion on the... I don't know how to pronounce it, but the best ship in the game. Kind of.
Gen 3 Thor or something like that.
It has the most HP. I mean, this ship has 1,300 HP overall. That is more than most buildings.
Wow. That's pretty...
I mean, only the main building has 1,500, which is just slightly more.
Right.
I mean, he has 850, but yeah, that better ship. This ship is just insane in HP.
It's pretty crazy.
They can dance.
They can dance if it wants to.
Yes,
Maybe
it's
friend
totally
time.
a friend of mine.
Yeah.
See, that's how Reyna and this guy became buddies. They just had a dance off.
Man, that'd be pretty epic. Dance, Starcraft.
Dance, Reyna.
Yep. I'm sure
So-
Rainer dances all the time.
Probably. But I will end the part here. So the
Yes.
final mission is for next time. Thank you all for
the
watching.
epic final confrontation between the Protoss and Rainer and everybody. Yes.
That's a good guy, Zerg.
Yes, and the good guy Zerg, your friendly everyday Zerg man.
See you guys.